everybody, GravyTrain here with another episode, GravyTraining. So this past week, Arkon got his epic, and I was going to wait until they fix some of the bugs with it, but who knows when that's going to be at this rate. So let me just go over it directly. You can look at they haven't really changed any of the rest of his mechanics, so you can reference the old Agnon video, but yeah, this is what the epic does. This is at level 12. So he gets 30% defense, 20% attack, 20% max health, and has a 30% chance to stack or to attack up to 3 enemies for 1.3x damage, petrify the targets, and enter granite form. So yeah, right now some issues with the epic. So first of all, Agnon can stone targets, but if you don't have ways to damage the stone targets, you're going to have a bad time. Effectively, they need to make him able to damage stone targets the same, or even if it's not bonus damage, as if they weren't stoned, because otherwise he's just slowing you down. Now, there are ways to work around this. The first one that I was thinking originally was reptiles, or not reptiles, gorgons, except that they, of course, don't do anything consistently. There's like 5 different kinds of stoned, and they all behave differently with different sources of damage. So it's not reliable to assume that gorgons will be able to damage the stone targets either. But I digress. The only reliable way around stoned right now is because stoned effectively applies 90% damage resistance, is to use chaos damage. So, and that will be what I show you in the team that I'm going to be showing you, or several of the variations of the team. This is actually what I've been running consistently lately, and it's pretty damn successful. So the idea with using this epic then is to get his defense. I've actually got him somewhat balanced. I may tweak that a bit right now. I think he's a little higher because I wanted foresight on him, trying to block null magic, but I'm not sure. I don't think foresight actually blocks null magic, so you do have to have 3 enablers on him. I think I didn't have 3 enablers that were defense oriented. Most of the enablers tend to be offense oriented, so that might be why. And I'm running out of runes at this rate. Let me see if I have. I don't think I have any more enablers at all. So, warrior, tank warrior. I do not. So I'm just going to leave him as he is. You want to get as much defense on him as you can. Defense, hit points, damage resistance, and although damage resistance and hit points not nearly as important. And 3 enablers. What's critical for him? I mean, his defense could definitely be higher, but he's literally going to spend any turn that isn't his in granite form, barring certain problems. That problem being Serenity. So, this is basically the team that I'm running. Anubis Dios Muerte. So the team that I'm using is going to be Alrakis, Nivius, and that is so Nivius does 10% of current health and damage at the end of each turn. Alrakis does chaos damage at the end of each turn. Both of those are regardless of whether they're living or dead, as long as their bodies are still on the battlefield. Then we're going to throw Agnon, and we're going to throw a Selwyn out there. Selwyn is set up just like Agnon is with 3 enablers. And the point is you want to have these heroes that are, for most intents and purposes, extremely difficult to damage, so that the end of turn damage that gets done by these guys, and look at this, imagine that, a crash, so that damage done by the 2 dragons can take out the enemy team, and they will keep rezzing each other, or the Niveus will keep rezzing every 3 turns or whatever, so they're going to keep coming back up and able to do more damage. So you just want to survive as long as possible. You're using tainted runes to do more taint damage. I've got several taint runes on Alrakis, so he does even more chaos damage, although he'll do chaos damage with all of his attacks then. And I've got them on Niveus as well to do chaos damage. So yeah, see, Niveus gets one-shotted. These guys barely get touched. I'm not gonna do healing because I don't need it yet. Now you can put evasion on Selwyn. You cannot put it on Agnon because Agnon will purge all buffs and debuffs. So yeah. Now the key with Agnon's Epic is, because I have the 3 enablers, you are always only going to basic attack. And now they're stoned. Now I do the same thing with Selwyn, because he's going to attack and then go back into ice form. And you can see now 3 out of the 4 heroes are dead, just from that end of round attack. What I do from here really doesn't matter. I've added Chaos Burn, which is chaotic burn or chaos damage burn. This is Lily, so she healed up. It's going to do the same thing, just keep these 2 alive, and letting the chaos damage do the trick. Now, Serenity is really the only thing that can counter this. So if you're running up against Serenity, you may want to try, like, get a couple of heroes that provide other buffs so that it's not the one that's blocked. There's really no consistent way around Serenity. She's just kind of breaking. That's why I don't think she should apply that buff at the start of the turn or at the beginning of every round. Same principle. Just going to do the same thing here. Keep these 2 alive. Let these 2, whether they're alive or dead, just do tons of damage. Now you can also do this, like I said, once they fix it, and they are supposed to fix it. Once they fix stoned versus with Gorgons, you can actually use Gorgons, keep everybody stoned, and the Gorgons will absolutely destroy Stone's targets, so he is very much worth it. Even getting the $20 version of this epic right now, or if you're watching this after it's released publicly, I mean, this is great crowd control, so these guys are no longer, oh, that's no good, they're no longer dealing damage while that is in effect. So, yeah. All around good stuff. So, I don't remember if, I don't think my Zola is ruined, so I'm not really going to go into, especially like I said, since it's broken, I'm not going to go into using Gorgons right now. A great one once they fix it to use is going to be Viperia, but Viperia or Zola or both with Agnon is going to be pretty darn good. So you can also use this with Serenity. You're going to be putting Null Magic out. Yeah. That should help kind of offset the fact that you're not getting it with the other. But now see here, it didn't stop Selwyn from getting his. It's completely friggin' random. Helps if I actually click on the button. Deal a little bit of damage. And then you're getting more damage from all these other guys. But stoned. Now because he's stoned, he's not going to be turning anybody into Zominions. And that's it. So that is the epic for Agnon. If you don't have access to all these heroes, it really needs to be Alrakis. Or once they fix it, if you don't have access to Gorgons or Alrakis, you're probably not going to want to use the epic or even get the epic, because if you get it and use it, he's going to slow down. Like, I'll do a battle right now without any heroes that synergize with it. So let's do Sybil, Serenity, Agnon, and we'll go Arkon and Agnon. So if I don't get wiped right away by their fast heroes, if I survive or if the enemy survives long enough for me to start stoning them, all I'm going to do is slow the battle down. Still can't believe that's a single target attack. Alright, so now it's Agnon's turn. If I actually stone both of them... Okay, so she didn't get stoned. Probably had foresight. Longest animation ever. So I should be able to hit her. Should get stoned. And now, how am I going to damage her? The hero or the characters in stone form actually heal while they're in there. So this could make it take all friggin' day. So what I'm going to do now instead, just to move this along, is not use his epic ability. But yeah, you can see just how much longer it takes if you actually stone like this. So then that's pretty much the entire purpose of using him. And now I really have no choice, because I'm not going to have any abilities up. So unless I can kill him... Oh, no, I haven't have abilities again. So yeah, there you go. Eventually this hero will either die or come out of stone form. Stone lasts like 3 turns too. It's just gross. And it keeps getting reset every time. So that's what it looks like when you're using heroes that can't get by that stone. You really don't want to do it. So hopefully this is helpful. Like I said, I really enjoyed this epic. I think it really makes him useful, and I think it gives some new strategic depth, which I am always a fan of. I want more strategy, not less. I want the meta to be wider, not narrower. So yeah, hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully this explained it. And yeah, hit it. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. And yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.